All right, let's get right to it today. In this video, I got a hard-hitting video for you. If you guys don't know me, my name is Danny Klein, 27 years old, VP of Sales for the Elliott Group. We are a 9-figure coaching company. We do multiple millions of dollars a month. We just had a program specifically for online coaches. And one day between ticket sales and upsells, they close to $2.5 million from ticket sales to upsell in a room full of 100 people. How is it possible? How does it happen? In this video, what I would like to do is give you guys the behind the scenes of how things are different, why things are different. I got 8 different points for you guys on exactly what we do specifically that makes coaching companies, or at least our coaching company, different, stand out. There's only a few coaching companies that do the amount of revenue that we do, and it's no boast on the income and the results that we get for our people. But what I will tell you, when you look at learning from somebody, you may look at the guy who's 50 years old, you may go look at somebody who you think has got it, but there's a difference between 10 grand a month, 100 grand a month, $1 million a month, and then a couple $1 million a month. So I'm gonna tap you guys into some real sauce today. So make sure you guys stay to the end, because the last 2 are the most important, or you're gonna be screwed. Installing a culture. What does that mean? I see a lot of people, a lot of brands, they don't have any values they stand for. Love us or hate Andy and love Andy. There's no denying that he stands for certain values. He stands for certain things. And the reason I'm starting with this is because, listen, you may think this doesn't matter. It does matter. I have people come into our company, come to our events. We have the program, we got the training, we got the SOP, we got the book, we got this, we got that. But what makes them end up deciding to be clients? They witness the culture. There's a video I had of a client that's invested $250,000 with us, came up in front of our entire team and said, dude, I didn't get the program because you guys closed me on it. I watched you guys and vetted you guys out for events. I watched how you guys move. I watched how you guys handle objection. I listened on the phone call. I saw how you guys follow up. I see the way that you guys stand at events, how everyone's jacked. Everyone's got good energy. Everyone's talking about God. Okay, what do you stand for? In this video, mostly I'm going to be talking to online coaching companies, or just, you can apply this to whatever, but as an online coaching company, that's what we do. I want to ask you, what do you stand for? Maybe you're a solo person. Maybe it's you got a few team, you got 3 or 4 setters, they're virtual, they're this, they're that, you got some sales guys. What do you stand for? Stand by it, build it, grow it, and don't be afraid to stand on what you do. Stand on business, guys. We're not trying to please everybody. I've said it in all of my other videos. Trying to please everybody, please nobody. Go in, dial your audience, install the culture. Organic social virality. What does this mean? Gotta be controversial. We hacked the algorithm. For some reason, Andy popped off TikTok, YouTube, everything. You may see the memes, but you may think he's a meme still, and that's totally cool. But I know one thing is we got real leads, real clients, real customers, real people. The game has changed. You guys are trying to be so perfect, and we've hacked this game. We don't care what we post. Andy doesn't care what you think about him. He doesn't care that he posts God, his family, his values, the psycho fitness stuff, people taking their shirts off, controversial clips of him ripping into people. Why? Because he understands how to get people engaged. And when you get more people engaged, more eyeballs, more marketing, people buy. And even as extreme as Andy is, guys, look at Jake Paul. Look at all of these guys that are just playing in the internet. They're playing you guys. You're like, dude, screw that guy. You're like, dude, that guy's a freaking sellout. That guy's this, that guy's that. Well, either way, you're talking about him. Dana White always says this: the worst fighters that actually stay a long time. So like what predicts somebody staying a long time in the UFC? It's not necessarily like their performance, right? It's they're either hated or they're loved. Doesn't matter if the entire UFC hates them, they still do well. They still stay around. Or if the entire UFC loves them. Where you get in trouble is when people don't have an opinion about you. They don't have an opinion about your brand. They don't have an opinion on anything. They don't really care. They couldn't be bothered. So you got to figure out, how do you put that message onto the internet so people can actually connect and decide if they do like you or don't like you. Keep playing in the middle. Keep trying to, oh man, I'm not really sure. I don't want to offend anybody. Don't get in this game. Our goal is to get eyeballs, to get leads, to get people. So research viral content. And by the way, when you're strong with yourself, you'll be strong on social media. People try to act a certain way on social. When you can be yourself, it's the most freeing feeling in the morning, ever. So content virality. All right, so we're talking about all of the things that make our culture different, that make us successful. I've gotten a couple different points in. The third one, I'll touch on this, and you guys should know this, but most of you don't live it. is high standards. We have core values on every single screen inside of our company. We make them live it. We just did a 100-day fitness challenge. I'll pop some more testimonies on the screen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's probably a couple that I got. I'll toss them up on the screen. We lost over 300 pounds as a company in the last 100 days, probably more than that actually, just from having a challenge and pushing people and having high standards. It's a non-negotiable for you to be healthy in our company. That's kind of extreme. We're not for everybody, and that's okay. That's how we roll. I don't want to be around fat people. Andy doesn't want to be around fat people. And like, sorry if that's how you feel. That's just what we stand for. That's who we are. So you got to decide what you want. You can be around whoever you want. You can stand for whatever you want, but you got to pick your views and you got to have high standards. Right now, everyone in 2026, what do they want? They want to stand for something. They want to be a part of something. They're not trying to fit in and be this square. People got polarizing beliefs. I mean, look at the political system. People are like all over the place. Like, you know, some of this stuff that I see, I'm like, how could you ever be so far over here? But people want to do that. That's what people want to believe in. So set your standards, call them out, and make sure your team knows every single day that these standards are for real and you live by them. Unlimited opportunity. What does this mean? This means if you're not growing, you're dying. I see companies, they complain about churn. They don't keep their people. This will tie into some other points, but I watch people, you know, you can't stay stagnant. Because when you stay stagnant, people look around and they go, well, there's no place for me because there's no growth. And they end up leaving, and then you end up going down because you lost your best 2 people because they didn't see a way to grow, to run a team. You keep somebody for about 3 years. You'll keep a good sales guy for about 3 years making an okay amount of money until he realizes he can't make more, he can't build a team. There's nothing more to it than everything else. Now, you better have the best culture and everything on the planet if you want to keep somebody at a certain income level for years and years and years and years. The high performers, especially if you attract A players through your culture with some of the stuff that we talked about, high standards, they're gonna expect the same out of you. I mean, I'm a baller. I want baller opportunities. I don't care who cool, like how cool you are, how amazing something is. I want to make sure there's a pathway for my life to fit inside the owner's dream. So think about your employees. Where do you go from in 3 years? What new thing are you doing? You got a building for your guys? You know, are you going from virtual to in-house? You running leads? I don't know. You got to figure out how to take shit to the next level. Some of you guys move too slow. Like you just wait for things to happen and it's not going to happen. So you got to think about unlimited opportunity. I'll give you an example. Andy always said, we're going to make millions. I'm going to take care of you. Any opportunity, I'm going to, you know, you bring my way. I'm going to make sure I take care of you. Recently did acquisition, negotiated the whole thing, brought it to him on a silver platter. He's like, cool, we're going to do this together. Doesn't need to do that. Doesn't need to do that at all. But that's what happens when you create unlimited opportunity. You create creative thinking in your people, and they get hungry to kill. They get hungry to go out there and find big things and big moves that move the needle in your company. Purpose-filled work. Why are people leaving jobs? It's either they're not making money or they don't love what they're doing. Because people will love what they're doing and not make money, but they won't do the reverse. So what does this mean? This means that you got to figure out, how do you make their job, their role, their thing, how do you make it something that makes them fulfilled, makes them creative, makes them feel like they're making progress, and it allows them to feel full of purpose. Whether you're the accountant, whether you're the front end sales, whether you're the manager, you got to think about your people on your team, or you got to think about yourself. Are you creating purpose-filled work for yourself, for your team? Because without that purpose, you're going to burn out. And by the way, you have to master the mundane. So sales and business is a lot of the same thing over and over and over and over again. And that's all right. But if you can't do it with an amount of love and purpose, you're never going to win. Now, I this is what I do agree with strongly. I think people try to chase their purpose too early. Sorry, you're 18, you're like, I want to be rich, I want to be a Disney star, and then it's like, you know, you're off in fairy tale land and you waste all this time when you could have got a real job, done something, made money, saved, strategic, 2-3 years, boom, deploy that capital into building your business, doing that thing, you know, going to events where you can meet the people and the Disney influencers, get training and go to practice, and, you know, hire mentors that can make you the Disney star that you need to be, but you won't do it. You can never run it that way. And some of you may do it fast, some of you may do it a while, but I watch people do it all the time. They want to chase their purpose and chase their dreams. And listen, I don't want to be a hater. I just think, like, if you're going to chase your dreams, be strategic so you can attack it. Because most people chase their dream for 6 months, run out of money, and they have to go back. And they never do it again because they say, hey, I told you it wouldn't work. That was stupid. We should have just stayed locked in doing this thing. So purpose-filled work. Figure out how to create that purpose for yourself and for your people. Not managing people, but coaching them. So we have a big team, right? So there's a lot of numbers we got to hit. There's a lot of things that we have to do. We have to hold them accountable. Our culture allows us to run that at a high level without having to micromanage people. The culture bleeds into every single one of these if you can't tell. But what does this mean? Well, you need to take people, and when they come to you or you see something that's wrong, you need to have a certain level of relationship to where you can coach them, or maybe you coach yourself. but you got to be in a place where I'm not trying to track and hold this guy accountable for this revenue, this thing, that thing. I'm trying to coach him because he made a commitment when he joined the team, he or she joined the team, or whoever did, that they wanted to make a lot of money. They wanted to be the best. I'm going to show up every day and work 12 hours a day. I'll do whatever it takes. All I'm doing is holding them accountable to their goals. And if they don't like that, maybe I did a bad job, explaining the standards and the culture, or maybe I'm not living it, so they don't buy into it. But you have to do this. You have to stay focused on what does it mean? Like, what does it truly mean to coach somebody? You got to care about them. You have to know what they're going through, and you got to be able to have tough conversations with love and mentor them out of those positions instead of punishing them. Hey, if you do this again, you're fired. Hey, if you don't show up on time, you don't do this, you're in trouble. Operate from fear. We operate from abundance. We believe that people have their best interests to show up. And so oftentimes there's other things that are going on, and we get to mentor those people out of it. Boom, I got 2 more PowerPoints for you. What is it? I said it earlier, if you're not growing, you're dying. Retention. We keep our people for a very long time. We've had people for years, for a long time. Why? Well, because number 1, we've got the culture, or number 2, we have opportunities for them. We have ways for them to move up. We have 3 different buildings going up, new offices being built, guys are building their brands, guys are speaking on stages, they're doing a lot of really, really cool stuff. So if you're not putting them in places to win and you're not growing, they won't stay, they won't retain, simply said. And last but not least, you have to open up other doors and opportunities for these people inside of your business. If you see me, we're shooting content. You see my brand, I do social media. I've spoken on multiple stages over the years, done lots of different things, had lots of cool opportunities to meet with different guests. I've gotten the chance to get into real estate and do some cool things and invest into, just different things. And if you can't get your people to a place to where they can grow, they can have other opportunities to not have a side hustle or another job, but what are those things that they're gaining from you, from being around you over time, 5 years? Do they learn something? Are they mentored from you? Is there opportunities to travel with you and do cool things? I'm talking about your team. I'm talking about who you are. Who are you? Good question. Are you someone that is always letting your people know that there is growth, there is opportunity, and that they can do things outside of the box? People try to put their employees in a box and get them to follow an SOP and a script, and there's guys and influencers in our space that do that, and that's cool. That does make money and that does do certain things, but to me, it makes the connection with the team, the speed of the team, the culture of the team go down. And to me, it's one of my standards, and our standards is to have that culture at the highest. So I want to have people run at a super, super high level all the time, feel excited about the future. The future is bright, as Patrick David talks about. They got to feel like they're safe, that they have a place to grow. So, by the way, you guys might have been expecting some marketing strategy, some crazy tactic, some crazy thing. We're still trying to figure it out. And we do millions, because execution over perfection. You got to attack. You got to make shit happen. And you figure out the rest. This is how every phase of life goes and every phase of growth goes. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. This is behind the scenes from Andy Elliott's VP of Sales, Danny Klein. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at @officialDannyKlein. If you want some help, you can reach out to me there. If you want to have a conversation about what it looks like to grow your company, to grow your sales, grow your brand, we do this. I'll show you our facility, show you what we got going on. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share this video with somebody that has a coaching company or is a coach or trying to be a coach. Hope you get some value. Talk soon. Peace.